Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. Now, I spend a lot of time on used car websites and car manufacturers' configurators, as I'm sure we all do. And regular viewers to the channel will remember about this time last year, I announced that I was going to get myself a new car. In fact, I even did a series of videos about what my new next car could be. I drove the Porsche 718 Cayman, an Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, a Golf R, and then I decided I was going to order the new Mini GP. And I put my money down on that car way back in March of this year. It seems like an age ago. And since then, news has been pretty scarce. I have been trawling the internet for any new news on the GP that I can get my hands on, and obviously talked to my very good friends at Mini. And I do know a lot more now than I knew just a couple of months ago. But the one thing I do know is I'm not going to be getting that car anytime soon. I'm reckoning probably March next year at the very earliest. So I thought, well, can I wait that long for a new car? So I've decided to up my game a little bit. And this morning I had a new car delivered and it's parked outside. Do you want to take a look? Come on, follow me. Now, welcome to the 2019 John Cooper Works Mini Clubman. I have a little confession to make. I haven't bought this car, but there's a very good reason for me having it. And I do apologise for the tiny little bit of clickbait I might have put in the title. But let me tell you a story. So this actual car is the car that me and Steph ABTV drove to Brugge a couple of months ago with Mini UK. When I had the car, one of the things I was most intrigued about was the fact that underneath that bonnet is the same engine that's going to be in my Mini GP. And it's coupled to the same gearbox that's going to be in my Mini GP. And actually it's even got the same seats. So I really enjoyed that short drive to Brugge to kind of get to grips with things. And when I was talking to the guys in the evening about the car, I said, look, I'm still not convinced about the gearbox for starters. I'd really like a manual box in the GP, but I know it's not going to be a manual box. I'm just not sure. And they said, well, do you want to have one for a bit of a longer period of time so you can, one, kind of get to grips with it, two, you're not going to get your GP for a while, so it might kind of ease the pain a little bit while you're waiting for your GP, and three, you can go out and create some really cool content. So this is my new daily, not for the next week, not for the next month, not for the next 2 months, but yes, for the next 3 months. I'm going to be driving this car till February, and then hopefully, you never know, my GP might have arrived by then. So let me take you around the car, a little bit of spec, and then just tell you about some of the ideas I've got for the car and some of the help I need from you over the next 3 months. So let's jump inside and I'll take you through my thinking, tell you a little bit about the car if you didn't see my Brugge trip. It's a good one. It's the fastest Mini they've ever made, this, and it's really quick. Welcome to the inside of my new daily. As you can tell, I am quite excited. When this car arrived this morning, I was like super pumped. Some brief stats. If you're not too familiar with this car or haven't watched my video yet, I will clearly put links to that one above. But underneath the bonnet is a 4-cylinder, 2-litre turbocharged engine but it's the most powerful engine that's ever been put in a Mini. It's 306 horsepower and 450 Newton meters of torque, coupled to an automatic transmission, but also the Mini all-4 four-wheel drive system, which gives this car huge amounts of traction. And with the traction control and launch control systems in this car, it will do 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds. We'll be doing a few of those, that's for sure. But my plans for the car are a couple of things. One of the things, when I drove this car to Bruges, I didn't really get a huge amount of time in the car on different types of roads to really evaluate this gearbox for my kind of driving, to see if I would like it. You've got paddles on the steering wheel, or you can have it in a kind of auto shift but sport mode. So I really want to try and put it through its paces on a range of different driving conditions, different types of roads, and really understand if this is the gearbox for me, because fundamentally this is going to be the box that's going to be in the GP. Clearly this car has four-wheel drive, so the GP is going to be a much more different animal, because that's going to have the same engine with the same bhp and torque, but front wheel drive only, and obviously a little bit less weight. So it is going to be a very different car to drive, I know that, but the gearbox is a really important part of the driving experience. But then I also want to put it through a range of different things. So I've got some ideas for some videos, but I think it would be rude of me not to put this car up against some competitors, do some comparison videos with competitors. The most obvious one for starters is the M135 BMW, which I reviewed recently, because fundamentally under the skin that is the same engine and the same transmission and the same format. So I will be doing that. But then other cars, things like the Golf R, other 300 horsepower hot hatches. So if any of you have got one of those and want to kind of join up and do a collaboration, stick it in the comments below and we'll see what we can work out. I am going to try and do a couple of road trips in the car, and I am also going to try and sort of see what its practicality is like, because the form factor of this car is very different to my GP. The seats are the same. This bit that way is going to be very, very similar. But when you go that way, for a start, this has got 2 seats in the back and a big boot. My GP is going to have a rear seat delete with just a kind of stiffness bar going across the back, and certainly no big boot like that. So it is a slightly different. But the thing I love about this car is it's got the estate car format, but it drives very much like a hatch. In fact, it is more of a hatch than an estate. Now, in the practicality tests, I will need some help. And I got 2 little characters that are very willing to help me put this car through its paces. I wonder how big the boot is. So how else do you check the size of a boot without my able assistants, the Petrol Pup and the Petrol Pooch, and a very cool opening tailgate? Here you go, girls. So they definitely fit in, but we'll be doing lots of tests. I'm going to see if I can get my bike in here. But any ideas you've got? I've got this car for 3 months. I want to see it a bit like a kind of channel long-termer. What ideas would you like me to try? They've obviously got to be legal. You know, I'm not going to see how fast can I go down the motorway or anything. But I'm up for anything. 3 months is a long time. I really want to put the car through its paces. I really want to just evaluate it to see what it's like. What are you doing tucking away down there, dude? Look, your masses are over there. Look, see? You're hiding behind the gate. Yeah. So yes, I need to say a massive thank you right up front to Mini UK for letting me have the car for such a long period of time. It's very, very special. It's an indication of the hard work that I've put in, but also the amazing following that I have. You guys regularly commenting and sharing my content and just contributing to the channel. You have no idea how much that means to me, but also how much power that gives me to brands who are willing to give me a brand new car for 3 months. I just hope I can do them justice, and I'm sure with your help and your suggestions I can. But anyway, I know this video was a little bit cheeky, and I don't like clickbait normally, but hey, every now and again it doesn't harm so much. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope we're going to enjoy this car together for the next 3 months. But if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrolhead for plenty more content to come. And from me and the Petrol Pooch and the Petrol Pup, we'll see you on the next film, guys. And this car's going to be on the channel a lot over the next 3 months. You take care, guys. Drive safe.